And the prime suspect? The one with the blue hair?
Apologies, Captain. We lost him during the pursuit. We can't find his footprints.
No matter. We have his accomplices. He'll be close by, plotting his next move.
As in, forever. I'm not trying to talk our way out of this, but we're not friends with that scoundrel. Did you see how fast he ditched us? We rescued him from the snow out of the kindness of our hearts. We had no idea he might be using us to get past you. Are you really dumb enough to fall for his...
I'm a captain, not an adjudication panel. As a Belobog citizen, you have the right to defend yourself, but that can only take place under the scrutiny of the architects, not now. Take them away.
But we're not from Belobog.
Photos?
Ah, you're a genius! Great idea! You've probably never seen what your planet looks like, right? I took this one. Behold, Jarilo 6.
You mean to say that this white ball that's here, that's our home? How can that...
It is said that a long time ago, strange visitors from beyond the sky would visit us here. But that after the eternal freeze, the blizzards made passage impossible. And Belobog would cease to witness such arrivals.
But these people are...
This decision is beyond us. If what they say is true, then only the Supreme Guardian may decide their fate. Our job is to present them before her, nothing more. Outsiders, follow me. Belobog lies beyond this blizzard. Welcome to Belobog, the city of preservation.
It feels like it got a bit warmer.
That's because you're in Belobog, the last bastion of humanity.
Last bastion?
700 years ago, monsters from beyond the sky set the world ablaze. The land was turned to scorched earth, with raging infernos and billowing towers of smoke stretching beyond the horizon. In the midst of the conflict, the eternal freeze descended without warning. Suddenly, sweeping winds brought blizzards which buried the invading legion. Belobog was all that remained. The steadfast architects built this city. Under the protection of Klepoth, the preservation, Belobog remains forever warm in the face of unrelenting cold.
He's sure saying some weird stuff.
Marked change in tone. Sounds like he's quoting from a
Uh-huh. So why is he telling us all this?
You wanted to know.
We saw strange creatures outside the city. They must have come from a tear in corroded space. A fragmentum, correct?
How do you... That's right. Out there in the blizzard, there are still many threats, including the monsters you saw. The Silvermane guards are continuously engaged with the enemy, but I'm afraid the situation is bleak. After your meeting with the Supreme Guardian, I would like to consult you on this matter. We're here. This is Klipoth Fort, the heart of Belobog and headquarters of the Architects. The saviors of humanity. Long before the arrival of the Eternal Freeze, the Architects braved the doubts and derision of the people, never wavering from their construction of its defenses. The Architects named this fortress after Klipoth, Eon of Preservation. Under their direction, humanity has withstood external enemy attacks and held off the Eternal Freeze. Even today, we resist the Fragmentum's corrosion. This fortress is also the residence of the Supreme Guardian.
The Supreme Guardian?
The leader of Belobog, elected and appointed by the Architects. The Supreme Guardians have watched over this city for generations, sheltering the people from harm. The current Guardian is Madame Kakolia Rand. Every major strategic decision is issued by her.
Whoa, she sounds like a big deal.
I will now bring you to see Madame Kakolia. Please have your words at the ready. Her time is precious, so she prefers concise communication.
We're gonna see her right now? Can I at least find a place to freshen up first?
Rest easy. The Madam Guardian doesn't care about formalities. Not to mention, you've only just arrived. It would be unexpected if you were familiar with Belobog customs. I've dispatched a messenger to send word. Madame Kakolia will be aware of your arrival. Come with me.
But that's a meaningless sacrifice. How can you...
You may leave, Branya. Visitors have arrived.
Yes, Mother.
Madam Guardian, I have brought 3 outsiders to see you.
The messenger informed me. Well done, Gepard. You may leave. Welcome, visitors from beyond the Eternal Freeze. Or perhaps I should say, from beyond the sky, no? I am Kakolia Rand, Belobog's Supreme Guardian. I would be grateful if you could tell me why you have come. Do you wish me to doubt it? Or perhaps you're not confident in that identity yourself. No, I do not doubt it. I can see that you are not from this world. The Architects remember the history well, else we should forget it. I know that in the distant past, before the Eternal Freeze descended or the Legion invaded, this world was once prosperous beyond measure. An eon connected our planet to other worlds, and we discovered the endless possibilities of the boundless universe. We also came to know of Klipoth, the Amber Lord. Under their attentive gaze, we built the city walls. So do not be surprised. For 700 years, the Architects have received no further communication from the stars. But I knew of your existence. Tell me why you have come.
We came here for something known as a Stellaron.
A Stellaron?
Objects that fell from the blue on separate worlds. Their appearance spelled disaster. Many of the planets we visited have suffered their effects. You mentioned invasion by the Antimatter Legion. Soon after their arrival, this planet suffered the eternal freeze. At the same time, the phenomenon known as fragmentum space corrosion began to occur. Correct?
Correct.
Which is why the Antimatter Legion and Stellarons often show up together. Worlds seeded with Stellarons give birth to fragmentums. As for the eternal freeze, it must have been a product of the Stellaron, unique to the environment of your world. You can see us as kind-hearted interstellar public servants, lending a helping hand to any world affected by a Stellaron.
Your analysis of our current circumstances is clear. We have indeed suffered the disasters you speak of, some of which prove vexatious to us even today. But why should you care? Even if this Stellaron you speak of did bring about disaster, I fail to see its connection to you. I don't believe that anyone would go to such lengths to help a world unrelated to them. Unless they had something to gain.
You're right. Our reason for coming here is not purely selfless. If we don't seal the Stellaron, we cannot leave this planet.
If we can get rid of it, your world will be safer too.
You know how to seal the Stellaron.
We have the relevant means.
Very well, I believe you. If our present situation is truly the result of this so-called Stellaron, then your arrival is the hope that Billabog has waited 700 years for. I am willing to assist you in any way possible to help you locate the Stellaron. It's getting late, and you must be tired. I will arrange for you to stay in our most comfortable hotel. Rest there and get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow at noon, I will dispatch someone to escort you here, and we can discuss this urgent matter in greater detail. But of course, you are Bellabog's honored guests and have the highest privileges afforded to you. I too need some time. I will go over our records for anything that may be connected to Stellarons. Please excuse me for not escorting you further. Of course, I understand. Do not worry. I have a way.
It seems that the Supreme Guardian holds you in high regard. I have received orders that your movements are no longer to be restricted.
You know, I didn't think things were gonna go that smoothly.
I'm afraid I still have duties to attend to. I must return to my post. I hope you enjoy your stay in Bellabog.
Wait! Can you recommend some sites? It's not that late. We want to take a look around.
Well, I'd say that Golden Theater and the History Museum are both worth a look. However, you'd need a pass to get into the museum. I recommend you visit Everwinter Monument first. It's Bellabog's most symbolic landmark. And if you enjoy music, you could head to Neverwinter Workshop. You can sometimes catch an outdoor performance there. The artist is... you'll see. Oh, and if you're staying at Goethe Hotel, please avoid the alley that runs next to it. The one with Silvermane guards stationed there. It's started to be affected by corrosion recently, so it's been sealed off.
So the corrosion is inside the city. Well, that's a grave situation.
Yes, we're mounting a resistance as we speak. I must leave now. I hope all goes well for you.
The heater you saw is just a standard geomarrow radiator. They may not look like much, but they're a real lifeline to the people. The blizzards here are brutal. If we didn't have a reliable way of keeping warm, Belobog would long since have become a dead city, both above and below the surface. No sweat. This is your first time in Belobog. I just want you to feel some of the warmth the city has to offer. Hey, seeing as there's nothing on your plate just now, want to help me fix up this machine? Just a bit of manual labor. You might find it interesting. Great. Then let me give you a demonstration first. So that's how it works. Nice. You guys are pretty handy. You picked that up in no time. Want to be my assistants? Average pay, but I'm a good boss.
Do you just say yes to everything?
I was only kidding. Just a joke. Well, I'd better carry on here. Why not have a better look around? My workshop will always be open to you. And your wallets, of course.
Wow, what a beautiful lobby! It's gonna be soft mattresses and cushiony pillows tonight. Wanna have a pillow fight later? Huh? I bet they're stuffed with goose feathers!
March. Earlier in Klipoth Fort.
Stop, I know what you're gonna say. March, you said too much back there. March, you shouldn't reveal our goal to people we don't trust. Meanwhile, you guys were beating around the bush and speaking in riddles. But check it out. Seems like we landed with a pretty sweet deal, right? We get the royal treatment, rooms in a beautiful hotel, and the full support of the locals. As far as trailblazing goes, this is smooth as heck.
That's not what I was going to say.
All right, spit it out then.
Earlier in Klipoth Fort, were you paying attention to the Supreme Guardian?
Yeah, of course. This isn't my first expedition, you know. My powers of perception are sharper than the sharpest blade. Nope, she seemed normal to me too. She was kinda harsh at first, but she turned out to be a nice, reasonable lady. Although, it felt like she was looking through me. As in, I know she was speaking to us, but it seemed like her gaze was fixed on something far away.
I had a similar feeling. Almost as if we weren't the only people in the room.
Do you have to put it like that? That's scary. Well, there's no way he'd get past Danhung's sharp eyes.
Perhaps I'm too sensitive. She did promise to help us. I just hope she keeps her word. Let's get some rest. We need to save our energy for the discussions tomorrow. Is there anything left to do? We're meeting the Guardian tomorrow. There won't be any time for sightseeing.
was a long day today. Well, don't talk about it then.
Let's get to bed early and save our energy. I sense the next.
Well, I'm off to my room then. Express lights off!
Who are you? What are you?
We are allies. Allies of the Guardians in generations.
What do you want?
To rebuild its entire world. To help you achieve your wish.
Hey, did you hear that?
There's a group of Silvermane guards at the entrance, and I don't think they're here to say hi.
If this is our escort, it's less friendly than I was expecting. I guess we'll have to find out.
Let's go and meet them. We won't know until we're down there.
Huh? It's you! You were there at the fort!
I am Bronya Rand, acting commander of the Silvermane Guards. In the name of the Amber Lord in the Highest, and under order of Supreme Guardian Cocolia Rand, I hereby arrest the suspected infiltrators under the charge of plotting to incite rebellion. As agent of the Supreme Guardian, I herewith temporarily strip you of your freedom of action and speech. When you are tried by the adjudication panel, you will be given the opportunity to defend yourselves against the accusations. Resistance will prove futile. You must come with me.
Wait a minute! This isn't what we agreed! She said we were gonna be escorted to discuss an urgent matter!
This is an orchestrated betrayal, obviously.
Looks like we've been downgraded to accomplices. Again. It seems like it's every third planet this happens.
That's because you always act without thinking. You never have a plan.
Hey, I'm improving. I'm coming up with a plan right now. And got one! Danhung, the alley.
The one that's been sealed off. It's possible. March. Be ready to make an escape.
Huh? Really? I just wanted to say something.
3 of a kind.
Shh! It's an old Astral Express escape signal. Do you play cards?
2 pair?
Hey, what are you whispering? Let's get going.
Ace!
Have an ice day! They charged straight in!
Escaping into a fragmentum. I don't know if they're overconfident or just eager for death. It would seem that Mother's judgment was correct.
Should we report them as missing or deceased?
The Supreme Guardian's order was to arrest them. We cannot abandon our pursuit just because they fled into a sealed-off area. I must ascertain their fate with my own eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
Eradicate all threats to Belobog's security. That is what I must do.
enough to follow us, freedom! Serves them right. Better luck next time, slowpokes! It was a team effort.
We caught them by surprise. Nothing more. They'll be in pursuit soon enough. Let's follow the path. We need to guarantee our own safety before making any further plans.
So, what happened back there? Why did the Supreme Guardian send people to arrest us? Imagine launching a surprise attack when... Seize the moment! All the best!
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Let's be friends, shall we? Good omens! Contest won! Customers are always welcome. Yeah!
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up with my tempo! Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all!
Time to twirl!
Let's go.
Time to twirl! What are you looking at? I'm breaking! Let's be friends, shall we? Yeah! Time to twirl!
Time for them to turn up the volume!
Let's make it quick.
Customers are always welcome. Evil's begun.
This song's just for you. Keep up with my tempo! Not bad.
You must be honored to meet me. This is gonna hurt. Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? Oh, it's all yours! Time to twirl!
This is our chance. Rules are made to be broken. You're out!
All the best!
Pretty good crowd today.
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits! Good omens! Fight us one!
This song's just for you.
Turn up the volume!
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Time to twirl!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? Oh, it's all yours! Time to twirl!
Looks good.
Wait, there are Silvermane guards.
They must have entered from another direction to cut us off. We should avoid an open conflict.
It doesn't seem like there's any way to open this gate. Ooh, check this mechanism out! Look familiar?
Yes, we saw one in Serval's workshop. We need to solve it before we run out of time. The guards are right on our heels.
Let's be friends, shall we? Evil's begun.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up my tempo!
Time to twirl!
Batter up!
Time to twirl! Huh? Time to twirl! Customers are always welcome. Chill out.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Do you know who I am? Moment. Ever see a diamond this big? Oh, it's all yours! Time to twirl! I don't see a switch for the gate. Over there!
There's a monster in the area. We'll need to deal with it first.
Let's be friends, shall we?
This song's just for you. Turn up the volume.
Time to twirl!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
She really caught up with us. Even had time to set up an ambush.
You dare underestimate me? Even though it has suffered fragmentum corrosion, this is still part of Belobog. It was our home. The guards know this place like the back of their hand. Enough cat and mouse. Drop your weapons and come with me.
You're such a nuisance. Just what crime are we supposed to have committed again? It better be worth you following us all the way out here.
My orders are to arrest you. It is for the adjudication panel to present you with the nature and penalty of your alleged crimes.
You saw us yesterday. Do you remember? Madame Cocolia received us as honored guests. How can such a drastic change have occurred in the course of one night?
The Madam Guardian investigated your backgrounds. She summoned me last night to tell me that you had deceived her. Your identities and purpose here are counterfeit. You seek to overthrow the rule of the architects.
What a two-faced hag!
Publicly insulting the Supreme Guardian only elevates the seriousness of your crimes. Throw down your arms and surrender.
We're wasting our words, March. At least one thing is clear. We mustn't be caught.
Well, if there's no escape, then maybe it's time we gave them a taste of Astral Express medicine.
Evils be gone.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up my tempo! Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Time to twirl!
Lady Bronya!
I'll handle these evildoers myself.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
Fight with me. Oh, we're in trouble now.
All the best!
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Good omens.
Fight as one!
Turn up the volume!
Let's make it quick.
What are you looking at? Time to twirl!
Just a scratch.
Back off.
Unbreaking!
Customers are always welcome.
This song's just for you. Keep up my tempo!
Time to twirl!
Let's go.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big?
It's all yours! Stop right there! You
Ready
must
to
be
lose
honored
yourself?
to meet me.
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Time to twirl! Let's be friends, shall we? Yeah!
Let's make it quick.
Batter up!
Rules are made to be broken.
You're out! Time for the main event.
This girl's pretty strong. Hey, Don Hung! Maybe now's a good time to show off your secret strength?
You first.
You're no fun.
Intruders, give it up. You will be guaranteed a fair trial.
Ooh, sorry. I didn't mean to ruin the intensity of the moment.
What is this?
I can't breathe!
I have one thing to say. Sampo never lets friends who've helped him come to harm. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
They will suffer, sacrifice, and die because of my order.
Death which creates them. They will be swept into the infancy of a new world.
What about the Underworlders? They will lose the protection of the Architects. They will see me as a tyrant.
You have witnessed the world we have promised. A temporary misunderstanding for an eternity of prosperity.
We will honor your decision.
I understand.
Come on, those toys of yours aren't that dangerous.
Then why hasn't she woken up yet?
Because she's sound asleep. Didn't you hear her sleep talking? Ah, poor child. Sounded like a bad nightmare. Tell me the truth, Sampo. What are you gonna do about the overworld girl?
What am I gonna do about her? Why, wait for the opportunity and send her back, together with the rest of them, of course. Hey, come on, what's with the...
You're a bad liar, Sampo Koski.
What? I didn't mean to bring her along. The smoke was too dense. I was in a daze. Before I knew it, I'd somehow dragged her down here, too.
What are you up to, Sampo? Why do you insist on getting caught up in overworld affairs that have nothing to do with you? If it's a whole lot more attention from Wildfire you want, you're going about it the right way.
Hey now, Sampo Koski's primary concern is taking care of his friends. These guys scratched my back. How could I live with myself if I didn't scratch theirs? And another thing, where does Wildfire get off assuming that these fine folks won't come in useful to them, huh? I mean, you never know.
Which is why you've set them loose in the underground?
Come on, accidents happen. I'll have them rounded up in no time.
That girl... Get her back as soon as possible, then don't let her out of your sight. The underground has been sealed off for over 10 years now. The children won't even remember what overgrounders look like. If a girl in a Silvermane Guard uniform suddenly shows up, what would Wildfire do with her? What would they do with you?
All right, I get it. I'm setting off right now. I'll have to trouble you to look after them while I'm gone, ma'am.
Hey, sleepyhead. Looks like you're awake. How are you feeling? Any aches or pains? I bet you were mumbling something about stellarons and wishes. I couldn't make sense of it. Well, now that you're awake, you should probably try moving your limbs. I'm Natasha, a doctor in the underground. You've already spent a day in my clinic. Nice to meet you, too. You're very polite. Sampo's gone to clear up a mess of his own making, so if you don't mind, They've been up for a while already. The young guy with the dark hair left first. Your rowdier friend took off. As for the girl in the Silvermane Guard uniform, I told Sampo to watch her, but it seems that he left his post, and she made a run for it. Good question. He's a man of mystery. He claims to be a simple cross-border businessman. Not that there's much to interest an overworlder down here. Either way, he's got a surprising number of connections. I've managed to secure more than a few urgent medical supplies through him, and he's been a big help to Wildfire. In any case, I don't think his intentions are sinister. It's a grassroots organization. Think of it as the Silvermane Guards of the Underground, but less stone-hearted. No need to thank me. It's a doctor.
I gotta find March 7th in Dan Hung. But where should I start?
So, you promise that if I win hide and seek, you'll tell Big Sister March all the ins and outs.
Yep, all the ins and outs. What does that mean?
It just means you'll tell me all the details. No hiding anything and no telling fibs.
Hook isn't an overgrounder, you know. Hook never tells fibs.
Yeah, never.
Well, that's settled then. Okay, let's play. Huh? You! When did you get here? Quit acting like a child. It's like this. After I woke up, that doctor said Sampo had taken Dan Hung with him. I went around in circles trying to find the blue-haired scoundrel and bumped into these kids. They say they know where he is. But they said I had to join the moles or something if I wanted to find out. And to do that, I had to prove my strength by winning a game of hide and seek. Do you get it? what if I am? Why don't you help me, huh?
Hey, are you done with your secret talk? The most time is precious.
Yeah, precious.
Okay, we're done. Pitch Dark Hook the Great. This is my friend. She also wants to join the moles. Can she play too?
Sure, I guess so. Then, you guys are seeking?
Boss, they don't seem very smart. Why don't we do a practice one first?
You're right, Julian. Okay, let's do a practice one. I'll hide. You two have to find me.
So, you kids think you're better than us, huh? Just you wait and see. It's simple. When you see one of them, you just have to catch them. Ha! Gotcha!
So what? It's just a practice. Wait until we're playing for real. You'll see.
Bring it on!
All right. Now we're playing for real. You gotta count to 50 before you open your eyes. No cheating.
47, 48, 49, 50! Ready or not, here I come, naughty children!
The moles haven't lost a game for ages. You're doomed.
Something's not right. That guy's been staring at us this whole time. Hide and seek might have to wait. Let's see what he wants. My instincts are telling me something's not right with this guy. But...
Nonsense! How many 8-year-olds do you see walking around that look like this, huh?
all right, the jig is up. Your voice gave it away.
But I'm Julian of 1,000 Faces. Why did you have to talk to me? My reputation is ruined. What will the boss think?
No need for the melodrama. That was still a magical performance. Hey, where are you going? Come back, come back. They won't be hiding that far away.
Looks good. Looks good.
Hey, where are you going? Come back, come back. They won't be hiding that far away. Haha, I caught you.
Doesn't count unless you can answer this question.
What? But we caught you. What's with the Q&A?
I thought I had you there.
Don't run. I got you, Hook.
Not fair! I'm the boss of the moles. How can I lose to a bunch of villains? Do your worst. I'm not afraid.
What are they feeding you kids down here?
I'm sorry, boss. I failed.
Darn! How did you see through Julian's disguise?
What villainy is this? Those with keen eyes see the dust between the stars. I came up with that, by the way. Hey, I read books, you know. So, Pitch Dark Hook the Great. You can tell us now, right? Yes. The boss of the moles is true to her word. Hook saw the blue-haired guy take your dark-haired friend to the fight club. The fight club? No kidding. They didn't exactly get off on the right foot. Pitch Dark Hook the Great, where is the fight club? Can you show us the way? But it's an obvious building. Grown-ups are just useless. Come with Hook, I'll take you over. Thanks, oh great one. That's Pitch Dark Hook the Great to you. Who said you could shorten my title? A club just for fighting. Who knew undergrounders had such brutal hobbies? In fact, it's awesome! They let you take part? When did this place last have an inspection? Loads of kids take part. Despicable. My criminal activity senses are tingling. We're here! This is it. Hook's gonna go fight. See you later. Who's in charge here? How can they just let kids attack each other? The moles are in charge, that's who. But only the kids. Wildfire's in charge of grown-up business. The moles control everything underground. Ooh, they need one more player there. I gotta go. If you ever want to fight, come find me.
Brothers and sisters! Are you ready for today's most spectacular, spine-tingling, earth-shattering contest? On one side, recommended by tall, blue, and handsome, the unsmiling, pulverizing power of the new kid on the block, Cold Dragon Young! And his opponent is none other than the unfeeling, incendiary, explosive might of Team Robomatic! All praise to Boss Farog! Given that no other fighter was willing to take on the strength of Team Robomatic, Cold Dragon Young will face off against these opponents alone! On learning his fate, the brave young fighter had one thing to say: whatever! And so, let the semifinals of the 1,758th Fighting King Challenge begin!
Quick, let's help him!
Oh, brothers and sisters, an unexpected turn of events! 2 members of the audience have charged into the octagon! It looks like they want to team up with Cold Dragon Young!
So you're awake.
Yeah, the first thing we did was go look for you. And now that we found you, we're trying to make sure you don't get your butt kicked. You're welcome.
Brothers and sisters, you can feel their passion. The magnetic pull of this electric sport is undeniable. But let me reiterate, these competitions are for professionals only. Whatever you do, kids, don't try this at home. And Cold Dragon Young is signaling that the contest will go ahead. He's just itching to get into it. And so are we. It's the Iron Fists of Cold Dragon Young and friends versus the Iron Skin of Team Robomatic.
I can take them on my own, you know.
Oh, we need to work on your emotional intelligence.
Let's be friends, shall we? Evils be gone.
Turn up the volume.
Time to twirl!
Oh, what a beautiful performance! Cold Dragon Young and his last-minute admirers emerge victorious!
Admirers? How come we don't get cool nicknames? Forget it. I think our taste in nicknames is different. Hey, look! It's Sampo!
Let's get after him.
That guy can't have gotten too far. Let's search nearby.
Hey, it's you! I was just thinking to myself, am I getting robbed? Who are these people following me? So, you start to walk a little faster. And anywho, if I had just turned around, I could have thrown open my arms and said a big hi to my old friends.
Save it. You saw us in there and got scared, so you pulled a runner.
Me? Scared? Oh, my friends, what do I have to fear? Surely I haven't done anything to offend you. Whoa. Rewind. If I hadn't made a break for it, Japard would have caught all of us. And do you think he would have given you a chance to explain yourselves? He would have checked you straight into the Gray Bar Hotel. Meanwhile, there I was, looking out for you from the shadows. Do you know how difficult it was to make an entrance? They were watching you the whole time. I had no choice but to take you guys down here. It was too dangerous for us on the surface. We're wanted criminals. Sure, the underworld has its drawbacks, but at least the guards would never follow us. We're safe here.
Be that as it may, did you really have to poison us?
Maybe you've forgotten, but we were in a tight spot, my friend. There was no time to think. I had to use whatever I could.
So it wasn't to cover anything up? A secret that you didn't want anyone, including us, to find out?
It's
Don Hung, what secret?
Well, I'm not certain yet. But there's more to our friend here than meets the eye.
You win. I'll help you to the best of my ability, free of charge, I might add. But please, don't go spreading rumors about me. All right, to prove my sincerity, I'll introduce you to Wildfire. If you're looking for something down here, they're the ones to ask. Have a little faith. It's like I said, Sampo never lets friends who've helped him come to harm.
So, what does Wildfire do all day?
Everything. They keep the peace, uphold justice, fight for resources, distribute goods. The sliver of trust they have for me has to do with the last one. Huh. Where's Joshua?
What are those shiny rocks?
Ah, this is geomarrow, an exothermic ore. The underground and the surface are sealed off from one another, right? Well, only the geomarrow transport line is still running. The underground sends ore to the surface, and the surface sends goods to the underground. At least in theory. Most undergrounders are miners, and this is what they mine for a living. You know, if we didn't have geomarrow to burn, this world would have frozen to death long ago. All right, let's keep moving. The person I was looking for isn't here. Old Oleg isn't here either? Where is everyone?
So you're leading us on another wild goose chase?
I wouldn't dare! Trust me, we're getting close.
Huh? What's that huge structure in the distance?
Oh, that's the furnace core. It's the pillar that connects the underworld and the overworld. People used to travel up and down that thing, but then...
Then what?
It's a long story. In any case, practically nothing moves up or down anymore.
Except you.
Oh, come on, my dear fellow. I thought we weren't going to discuss this. I beg you, the fewer rumors there are about me, the better. Zila's usually always out on patrol here at this time.
Hey, look! Who is that? It looks like she's in trouble.
My friends, don't just stand there. This drama doesn't need any more bystanders.
Oh? You know, it might be interesting to see you get in trouble.
We should avoid attracting too much attention. But we can't just leave her.
I was kidding. And get your own opinion. But I agree with Don Hung. We can't just leave her to the bullies.
Well said. The young lady is wise and righteous.
Let's help her.
All right, princess. Let's dispense with the pleasantries.
Dare attack someone on our turf? Well, how about a few rounds with me?
Darn it! Quick, disperse!
Spineless thugs.
Miss Zila, phew. It's a good thing you showed up when you did. My heartfelt thanks. These vagrants have got some nerve looking for trouble in Wildfire Terra.
Shut it, Sampo. This is you written all over it. Wildfire has countless issues on its plate right now. We don't need a side order of Koski. I hear Silvermane Guard is paying the underworld a visit. Is that you?
You kidnapped me and brought me to the underground. What is the meaning of this?
Listen to her. What is the meaning of this? she still thinks she's an overworld princess. Do you know what's become of us down here while you live the easy life? Did you even consider the fate of the underworlders?
The Silvermane guards aren't living the easy life. We are constantly engaged with the enemy, defending Belobog from the scourge of attacking monsters and protecting all those above and below the surface.
Do you even hear yourself? You protect the underground? Redeploying every guard to the surface? Sealing off the only passageway? Protecting the so-called architects, more like it.
The Madam Guardian has her reasons.
Enough talk. You're coming with me. Chief Oleg wants to see you, and he's got more than a few questions.
Perfect, Miss Hila. We were just on our way to pay Chief Oleg a visit ourselves. Room for a few more?
Fully booked. Who are they? You know the chief? Then why don't I know you?
Well, it's like this. The chief's in the market for specific talent. An urgent request, so I'm taking them to see him.
We're looking for a Stellaron. It's the source of all the disasters here. If we find it, we can...
I would recommend you not recite your story to everyone you meet. Miss Hila won't understand it anyway, so let's save it for the chief, huh?
You're right. I don't understand it. And I don't plan on passing the message on either. Wildfire's encountered trouble at the Great Mine. The chief's busy. If you really want to find him, come look for me at the mine entrance. I'm leaving. Let me see. Yeah, we can make do with this part. This little machine isn't half bad.
Beep, beep, beep! What's that? Is that a hint of respect for Findy? How convenient! So, next time Don Hum gets lost, we can just use Findy to find him, right? Beep, beep, beep. Biological life form search is currently not supported. If you have any questions, please call Interastral Peace Appliances.
Well, it was a good idea. Let's look for the next part.
Beep, beep, beep! Initiating search for lost item, minecart wheel set. Beep, beep, beep! Item found! Please commence search according to the Home Use Object Finder Safety Manual.
Looks good.
Beep, beep, beep! Findy will create a calendar reminder for when you want to visit an Interastral Peace Appliances store. Beep, beep, beep! As stated in the terms of service, my search result accuracy and reliability... Beep, beep, beep! Potential target object detected. The current search has concluded. That's everything. You were a big help, Findy. Beep, beep, beep. It was nothing. Interastral Peace Appliances, your most trustworthy companion. Beep, beep, beep. Current search complete. Entering sleep mode. Please recharge the Home Use Object Finder. We're pretty lucky, huh? Without Findy, it probably would have taken half the day to find these parts.
Well, not that long, but that little machine definitely made it a lot easier. All right, let's go back and fix the minecart.
Are you gonna do it yourself?
Why wouldn't I? You've got to be self-reliant down here. Watch, you might learn something.
All right, mission accomplished.
Quick work. You know, I didn't think you guys had worked a day in your lives. but you know how to get your hands dirty.
The cart is about to depart.
The robots will have seized the road ahead by now.
Whoa! Stop! Stop! There's a big evil hunk of metal right there.
That model... It's one of Svarog's lapdogs, all right. Don't be afraid. I've dealt with those robots before. Let's go!
Rules are made to be broken.
Brave the wind! Gale force!
Turn up the volume.
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
Time to twirl!
Let's make it quick.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours! Time to twirl!
As easy as that.
To the clouds!
Batter up!
I can take it.
I won't break.
Stay the course.
Gale force!
The wind is rising. Cloud kites, formation! Bolt from the bow!
Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
To the clouds!
Keep up! My tempo!
Time to twirl!
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Seeing it up close, this vein's even more spectacular.
I doubt the underground will ever see it fully excavated.
Gale force! Turn up the volume!
Time to twirl!
To the clouds!
Batter up!
Time to twirl!
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
This vein. So this is what everyone is fighting over. Mr. Sparog, it's such a massive vein. I've never seen so much geomarrow before.
Calculating. Based on the average rate of excavation, this vein is enough to supply Belobog with 231 days of energy, with a margin of error of 7 days. I sense that your reason for summoning me is not the boring question. State your true intention, Clara.
Right. I wanted Mr. Sparg to see that many miners and vagrants have gotten hurt because of the vein. Can you help them?
I have already prevented the dispute and taken temporary control of the excavation zone. Evaluation result. In the event of no further variables, there will be no large-scale armed conflict within the next 30 days.
I know why you did it, Mr. Sparog. It's just, I don't think it'll be enough. The mining team and Wildfire, they don't understand your actions. If only we could do more for them.
My mission is the protection of the underworld. The trust of the minority sample is redundant to my calculations. Human behavior will always deviate from rational calculation, Clara. As evidenced by their presence here.
Svarog! We haven't settled our final score.
Zila, subordinate to Wildfire. Your resistance is futile. The result of my calculation is unequivocal. Remaining in the underworld is the optimal strategy for survival.
This again. Calculation results, survival strategies. I haven't got time for your thesis. Withdraw your forces, or I'll lose my temper.
Observe, Clara. Even under abject conditions, humans are unable to avoid division and conflict.
But Mr. Svarog...
Human failure to accept the calculation result is a significant threat to the survival strategy of the underworld. Calculation complete. Result unequivocal. Armed suppression of Wildfire and their allies is the optimal course of action.
What about the girl in red? That robot is gonna take her away.
We must leave, Clara. External variables have triggered a calculation reset. The furnace core hub requires protection.
Please, Mills, don't hit them too hard.
I was getting bored of those minions. Time for a real fight. Come at me!
Rules are made to be broken.
Brave the wind! To the clouds! The wind is rising. Cloud kites, formation! Bolt from the boom! Keep up! It's my tempo! Take this!
Time to twirl! You must be honored to meet me. Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? Oh, it's all yours! Time to twirl!
That's it! To the clouds! Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock!
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
This is our chance.
Turn up the volume!
Time to twirl!
Let's go.
Time to twirl!
Rules are made to be broken.
Phew. Not bad. How many of these big guys is Svarog hiding?
A lot, which is why Wildfire has never been able to take him down. Svarog's forces are too strong. We don't have enough firepower. Clara? Don't worry about her. That girl is best pals with Svarog. She's always following behind him. He wouldn't harm her. I guess I'm just used to seeing them together now, even if I don't understand it. Let's look for the chief.
No need to look far. Nice work, Zila. We were attacked on both sides by robots. Who knows where they came from? We thought we were in it for the long haul.
Chief, is everyone okay? Is anyone injured?
We're fine. We're used to it at this point. We sent those pesky robots and ragtag troops packing. The mine should be quiet for a while. And, who are your friends here?
Ah, them. They're outsiders that Sample brought down from who knows where. They need a favor from Wildfire, so I brought them with me. It'll be faster if they explain.
It's been a while since I heard that anyone was pleased to meet anyone. I won't forget you in a hurry. Wildfire welcomes you. So, you went to all this trouble to find Wildfire. What help is it you need?
I didn't know you'd put on a show for the overworld, too. Impressive.
Well, this is new. Wildfire can barely take care of the underworld, and now outsiders are looking for assistance from us. This Stellaron you speak of. I've never heard of it. But if it's a secret that even we locals don't know about, then one name does come to mind. The current Supreme Guardian is a liar who uses sweet words to deceive the underworld. She's never cared about our survival.
Stop right there. I won't allow you to insult the Madam Guardian.
Miss Overworld, my words may be painful to you, but every one of them is true. Go out into the towns and hear for yourself. See how the people here suffer. I haven't gotten close to voicing the extent of the underworld's grievances, young lady. But I will respect your request. I will leave it at that for now. Let's get back to the main topic. The name that came to my mind. was Svarog.
Huh? Isn't Svarog Wildfire's sworn enemy?
Why would a mere robot in the underworld have knowledge of important secrets?
Sworn enemy. Not how I see it. The young master here is closer. Svarog is a cold and unfeeling machine. He recognizes only the dead reasoning of his calculations. Svarog is not against Wildfire. Or perhaps I should say, Wildfire isn't even of concern to him. That ancient robot witnessed the war. If you're looking to pick up a thread, he may well be your best source.
Don't judge a book by its cover. I myself have put a few centuries behind me. Would you be able to tell?
I'm familiar with over 20 long-life species. None of them look like you.
Hey, would it kill you to play along?
Robots don't forget. If Svarog hasn't heard of your Stellaron, then I'm afraid perhaps no one has.
In which case, we need to think of a way to convince Svarog to communicate with us.
Or get him to hand over his memory bank. We could go through it ourselves.
What should we do?
We've tried repeatedly to negotiate with Svarog, but he rejects every effort. He believes that, well, it's difficult to say. We have time. Let's get into the details tomorrow. It's late, and you must have been through a lot. Go back to the town and rest. I'll make arrangements.
Again? I'm starting to get nervous of arranged rest on this planet.
As for our Silvermane girl here, do you have time? I'd like to talk with you in private.
Oh, you must be Oleg's guests. Welcome to the Gerda Grand Hotel.
Hey, that's not very polite.
It's fine. You aren't the first guest to have that reaction. A few hundred years ago, one ancestor of the Gerda family was ambitious and sought to build something big from nothing. Eventually, he actually did it. Have you seen that stylish Gerda hotel? Strictly speaking, it's a branch of this grand hotel.
Oh, people with big dreams have big determination.
Oleg wants me to take good care of y'all. Here's the key. You'll be staying in our most spacious guest room.
What do you think? Should we go ahead and call it a day? Or walk around a bit more first? Time to rest again. I hope there aren't any surprises this time. That Oleg, he seems sincere. What do you guys think? Happy now? She's even starting to sound like you.
It has nothing to do with me. But if you ask for my opinion, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Fine. We'll keep our guards up. Our last hotel experience was eventful, to say the least.
One of us should keep watch tonight.
Keep watch? Are we space cowboys now? I guess this is the cosmic Wild West. Anyone else sleepy?
You seem pretty exhausted. Don't overexert yourself. I'll do it.
I'll keep watch.
Branya, did you finish talking to Oleg? Hope he didn't make things difficult for you.
Not really. Though it wasn't the friendliest conversation. We didn't see eye to eye on everything. I've come to know a great deal in a short time. Doubt I'll be able to fall asleep tonight.
I doubt I'll be able to sleep either. Not that I don't trust you. It's just, you're a Silvermane Guard officer in the underground. There might be people looking to harm you.
I wouldn't be surprised if there are. Silvermane Guards have a lot to make amends for down here. If someone had made a stand in the outset and explained the consequences to Madame Cocolia... Forget it. It's meaningless to talk about it now. You don't need to worry about me. Oleg guaranteed that I wouldn't be harmed. He seemed like a man of his word. Go and rest.
I lost her. My wish. Your so-called plan. What is the point of it all? Silence! She is my daughter. My only... You soulless thing. How could you begin to fathom? You will never understand. Never!
She waits to be reunited.
A new world.
Rise, God's guardian. Fulfill your destiny. Fulfill a mother's wish.
That voice again. Such a strange dream. May as well go for a walk if I can't sleep.
Who goes there? Show yourself! Oh, it's you. Don't sneak up behind me next time. Lucky for you, I wasn't armed. No sleep for you either, huh? You need someone to look after you. Actually, seeing as there's no one around, can I ask you some things? This Stellaron you speak of, if you were to find it, how sure are you that you could stop the eternal freeze? Is he your leader? I feel he possesses a great stillness of mind in everything he does. You know, it was difficult for me to believe you. Some of the words you use are too alien for those that have lived their entire life in Belobog. As far as I was concerned, Madame Cocolia's order to arrest you sounded reasonable. But why didn't she issue it straight away? She must have realized something about you. Something I haven't yet been able to perceive for myself. It bothers me. What must have transpired to cause her such a drastic change? Still, orders are orders. It's not for soldiers to question their superiors. I don't need you to remind me. And I didn't have every confidence that I was doing the right thing. But the sense of duty to carry out an order is bound to prevail with me. In the past, overworld soldiers on the front line would lose their lives in droves. And yet, the Fragmentum's advance would remain unaffected. Nevertheless, that was her reason for deploying all the Silvermane guards to the front line. The transport line for supplies in Geomera remained open, but the passage between the surface and the underground ceased. I approved of that decision. I never thought that the underworld would sink into such ruin without the Silvermane guards. Perhaps Mother was wrong. But how can I change her mind? I've tried, but she won't listen. I don't know how to get through to her. You mean... What was I thinking? No, I shouldn't. That was a diabolical thought. The more I think about it, the more disoriented I get, which in turn makes me think about it even more. I just want a better life for the people of Belobog. Maybe you're right. Or not. Right now, I just need more time to think. Walk with me. Let's forget our problems for a while. I can't remember the last time I went for a walk like this. I never thought I'd take one through such a strange place, with someone I'd only just gotten to know. It's so quiet here. I'm not used to it. The quieter things are around you, the loud. I'm surprised the vagrants in the Great Mine go after the mining teams. They must be desperate. Still, whatever their situation, a crime is a crime. How is the law supposed to find a balance between justice and compassion in the face of such complexity?
How much longer can you last with your current supplies?
Is that Zila? Let's go take a look.
I know. I'll go to Rivet Town and bring them back for you.
It's too dangerous to go alone. Get Oleg to send someone with you.
The rest of Wildfire has barely gotten any sleep the last few days. They should rest. They'd only be holding their eyelids open and slowing me down. Besides, didn't you say some of the miners were gravely injured? Lives are on the line. Aren't you supposed to be sleeping? What are you doing out here? Up to no good, perhaps?
We're just having a walk. Neither of us could sleep. You can rescind your baseless accusations.
Walk somewhere else, then.
Easy, Zila. Maybe they can help. I'm grateful. Here's the situation. The clinic is packed full of people injured in the mines incident. Since you helped us resolve things, Zila and I have been busy caring for them. As you know, the underground is lacking resources to begin with. Add on the sudden nature of the incident, and it's no surprise that the clinic is almost out of medical supplies. We need to acquire more. Somehow.
The situation in other towns is even worse than ours. As the fragmentum spreads underground, more monsters go roaming around, causing trouble for all the towns. That means more vagrants in the mines. The town's resources have been swallowed up by the fragmentum. To get anything now, people have to risk their lives.
Easy now, Zila. Anger isn't good for one's health. Zila and I actually aren't from here. We both come from an industrial town to the north. A few years ago, the fragmentum began to seep into the town center. I used to manage an orphanage and clinic there. But after the fragmentum corroded the area, I had no choice but to move here to Boulder Town. After all, I have to survive myself if I want to save more people.
Go to a corroded town to collect some useful resources? I'm in. You want to come as well? But you look quite tired.
Hold up. I never said you could join us.
People's lives are at stake. Why wouldn't you want another person to help? Besides, I have some experience with the fragmentums. I'm sure I will be of use.
Well, just don't slow me down.
Zila's lack of outright rejection means she approves of you. With you all accompanying her, my mind will be more at ease. Come, let me give you a list of materials we need. The place you're going to is called Rivet Town. Follow the path through the mountains to the north for a bit, and you'll arrive there. Let me think. I'm almost out of metal plates and bandages used for immobilizing broken bones. There's a market in the center of Rivet Town. Residents left behind piles of materials there when they evacuated. Please look for some there. Oh, also rubbing alcohol. I kept a bunch at the orphanage, since the kids often got into tussles. I didn't bring it with me when I left. I hope it's still intact. Lastly, painkillers. There should be a bunch stored in the old lab. Hopefully they haven't been destroyed by monsters. These should be enough to get by for a bit longer. Be careful, don't push yourselves too hard.
Metal plates and bandages, rubbing alcohol, and painkillers. Got it. Piece of cake. Let's go. If we leave now, we can still make it back before sundown. When it comes to helping injured people groaning in pain, the sooner the better.
If we hadn't happened to be passing by, were you really planning on going into the Fragmentum alone?
Of course. What's all the fuss about? I've done that loads of times.
So reckless. According to the rules of the Silvermane Guards, any expedition into the Fragmentum must have a squad of at least 4 members, as well as a communications officer.
Exactly. A rule of the Silvermane Guards. Don't apply your rules to us. We're here. This is Rivet Town. Everything looks familiar. Let's go, and watch your step. I haven't been... Way over there. See that house on the hill? That's Natasha's old orphanage. After Oleg found me, he sent me there. I spent over half my childhood in that place. Natasha said that the house was donated by some rich businessman. Whatever his business may have been, he must have been a good person. I miss those carefree days as a kid.
Huh.
What? Nothing to say?
No, it's just... this place seems familiar somehow. Never mind.
Weirdo. Look down there. See the mess that remains of those old stalls? That's Rivet Town's market. The supplies Natasha wants are probably there. Let's keep moving. Watch out for monsters. Careful! Enemies ahead.
To the clouds! Let's ride!
Time to twirl!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Restaurant?
The most famous restaurant in town.
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
Time to twirl!
Gale force!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
The facilities here seem to be in pretty good shape. Not like those of a place that has been abandoned for years.
Now that you mention it, it does seem a little... Could people still be living here? Impossible. There's a bunch of crates, pal. Watch.
To the clouds!
diamond this big? It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Gale Force!
Darn. How could they all be empty? Now even the monsters are gathering supplies?
The monsters of the Fragmentum don't need any materials we humans use. And if they did take anything, this place would look much messier.
You mean that someone else got here and took everything before us?
It's just a guess, but there are also some footprints on the ground here.
The scent of dirt is still fresh. They can't have come too long before us. Let's go then. We need to find something, even if we have to search every corner of this market.
So that's how it works. Looks good.
Eric? Hey, Brat! How could you come here by yourself? Oh, don't you know how dangerous this place is?
Zila! You aren't the boss of me. I can go wherever I want. It's none of your beeswax.
You took the materials and hid them all here. Not bad, kid. But if we didn't take care of those monsters, what were you planning to do? Just stay here, shaking in your boots?
Who asked you to do anything? I was just about to escape. I didn't need your help at all.
Still stubborn, huh? Then tell me, how exactly were you gonna get those big metal plates out of here past those monsters?
There's always a way.
Don't let him fool you. Everyone in the underworld knows that this brat is a no-good thief. If I remember correctly, even the clothes you're wearing came off another kid's back.
About that.
Tell us, what do you even want metal plates and gauze bandages for? We need them to save people.
200.
What?
200 shield?
Are you kidding me? You want to negotiate?
Not much, but I didn't bring my coin purse.
You're actually planning to give this little crook money? I'm telling you, this is his same old trick.
No! Not this time. I really need money. My daddy.
Pretending to use your dad again as an excuse. If he knew about this, you'd be in big trouble.
No!
Zila, that's enough. It's Eric, right? Here, you can have this.
What's this?
This is a medal given to me by the architects. See that blue stone in the middle? That's a geomarrow crystal of the highest purity. You need money for your family, right? Take this and show it to a knowledgeable buyer, and they'll instantly know how valuable it is.
Thank you.
But you'll have to promise me one thing. You'll never steal other people's things again. Promise?
I promise. I'll never steal things again.
Then it's a deal. If you go back on your promise, I'm going to bring my Silvermane guards with me and catch you myself. Here, take the medal and go back to the town. We already took care of any threat on the way. You'll be safe.
Thank you, whoever you are. You guys can take all of these things. You guys need to be careful too. There seems to be something real scary in that house up on the hill. Oh, right. The road across from the market is blocked. If you want to go further, you'll have to go to the shopping street.
Got it. Thanks for the tip.
That object was pretty important to you, right? Are you sure you're okay just giving it to Eric like that?
If it will make him change his ways, it's more than worth it.
What if he doesn't?
From a young age, my mother taught me to be forgiving and to preserve the goodwill in people's hearts. Even if I am but a small glimmer of light in this world, I must try my best to shine brightly for others. I must give him a chance, Zila, because other people can't.
I don't really get what you just said. Anyway, we should get moving. Eric said that we need to take the shopping street to go any further. I think I still remember where it is. This way. This is the street, all right. The orphanage should be at the end.
These shops and signs, why do I feel like I've seen them before? But when?
The entrance to the orphanage is up this way. I wonder what the old place is like now. Maybe some things will...
Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all!
Time to twirl!
The wind is rising. Cloud kites, formation! Bolts from the bow! To the clouds!
Let's rock! Time to twirl!
Keep up! My tempo!
Time to twirl!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Almost there. I didn't expect this place to be so well... We made it! It's been so long.
These crates have been sitting here for many years, right? Even if they have materials in them, are you sure they are still usable?
Do you think undergrounders care about expiration dates? Even having any supplies is a miracle in itself. No. Empty. How are they all empty? Who could have...
Careful! Enemy behind you!
I've only seen this kind of monster before in the restricted zone.
I don't care how big you are. You dare sneak up on us from behind. This is it for you, pal!
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
Rules
Rules are made to be broken.
Brave the wind! This is it!
Turn up the volume!
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
This song's just for you. Keep up my tempo!
What are you looking at? Time to twirl!
The wind is rising. Cloud kites, formation! Bolts from the boom!
Pretty good crowd today.
Turn up the volume!
You must be honored to meet me. Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
A pilot's spirit never dies.
Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken.
You're out!
That was it? Oh, please. You don't think I could do it? But still, fighting alongside you two was pretty fun. Should be all clear now. Let's poke around. The kids at the orphanage were always getting into scraps when we played out here. If I remember it right, there ought to be some supplies for our cuts and bruises stored in that corner there. I just hope the monster didn't get to them.
It wasn't my imagination.
Huh? What are you talking about?
This building? This playground equipment? I've seen it all before.
What? Come on, the overground and underground have been sealed off from each other for over 10 years. It would have been used if a Silvermane guard had come down here, let alone an overworld princess. Wait, unless before that...
Yes, it's a possibility. That would explain why my memory of it is so blurry. Come on, I need to look around a bit more before I can be sure. What's up here? Some kind of toy?
Yep. You pick. Red or blue.
Blue.
Look at this. After over 10 years, the teeth marks are still here.
Teeth marks?
Alright, well, this one time, a big kid was trying to steal this toy from me. I couldn't out-wrestle him for it, so I just bit down hard and hung on for dear life.
How boorish. Ugh, the swing is covered in dust. Hey, don't sit on it. It's filthy.
It sure brings back memories. I still remember one time I swung super high and everyone was scared I would fly off.
Who knew swinging could be so intense?
At the time, I wanted to swing myself into the sky and fly up to the overworld.
So dangerous. You're lucky to have lived till now.
Aren't we all, though? We've looked everywhere but here. I hope my memory is right. It's... Ah! Yes! We found it! Great! And it's barely damaged. Nat wouldn't have expected her old supplies from years ago to have stayed in such good condition.
You should still check the expiration date for things like rubbing alcohol. If it's expired, it won't be effective.
True. Let me check a few bottles. Huh? What's this?
This is something from when I was a child.
When you were a child? Are you sure?
There is no such coincidence in this world. I remember now. I used to live here. Before the architects took me away, before Madame Cocolia adopted me, I used to live here. I'm an undergrounder.
You're... an undergrounder? Wait a minute. You're saying that Cocolia, the Supreme Guardian, adopted you? Then...
Yes. I'm the successor chosen by the architects. In the future, I will become the guardian who leads Belobog. Why? Why didn't I remember this until now? My childhood memories are so blurry. The architects said that the guardian's successor is selected from among all people in Belobog. The selection process can take anywhere from a few years to a few decades. During that time, all children of the appropriate age in both the overworld and the underworld will be tested. In the end, only one child deemed as worthy will be chosen. I must have been chosen from among the children here and then taken to the surface.
The kids at the orphanage are always coming and going. I never thought that there would have been a future Supreme Guardian among us. Does Nat know about this? Could she have been keeping it a secret?
I don't think she knows. The selection of the successor is done with utmost secrecy. And the child chosen must completely say goodbye to their past. And thus, I became the daughter of Madame Cocolia. My only identity is that of guardian successor. But I'm not good enough. Every day I see Silvermane guards sacrifice their lives in the Fragmentum, but I've never had the resolve to try to change Mother's mind. The underworld has been struggling, but I never tried to help. I didn't even know that it was my own home that had fallen into such a dire state. In the end, I haven't been able to guard anything. How could they have thought that I was worthy to be the successor?
Hey, are you done?
Huh?
Wow.
What?
What? You thought I should feel sorry for you after your little speech? You can hide in your palace while you fuss over your overworld problems. And on the front line, it's not even you who's putting their life in danger. But in the underworld, what do we worry about? If we'll have food for our next meal, or survive to the next week. Even if I am but a small glimmer of light in this world, I must try my best to shine brightly for others. Didn't you say that? Well, if you really want to protect everyone, what are you standing here crying for? Get to it!
You're right. You're right. Self-pity doesn't help solve anything. Thank you, Sela. Usually when I feel sorry for myself, I am met with gentle consolation. never has anyone dared to be tough and make me snap out of it.
I'm no good at consoling, but I can hit you on the head a few times, no problem. I can tell that you have a big burden to carry. Why do you force yourself to?
As the successor to the Guardian of Belobog, I must always be vigilant of my behavior and thoughts.
Yeah, Lady Bronya. Miss Future Supreme Guardian comes from the same orphanage as me. Who thought it would be a good idea to put us together, huh? How about I show you around the orphanage a bit more? Unlike you, my memories from when I was little are crystal clear.
Okay. I'll indulge in old memories with you for a while.
I should let those two be alone for a bit. The only thing left to find is painkillers. I'll see if there's any nearby.
Oh, it's here. We found it. Thank you, Perkins.
Warning. Warning. Danger detected. Protect, Clara. Initiating active defense mode.
Perkins, don't! Stop! I've seen this person before. She's not bad, right?
Command received. Danger removed. Deactivating active defense mode.
This place is dangerous. You should leave. Oh, I came here for these painkillers too. There are a lot of people hurt at the Vagrant camp. I guess the miners are no different? If everyone could just get along, things would be easier. Here you are. I hope the medicine is of help to you. Mr. Svarog, he's my family. I met Mr. Svarog when I was real little. He took me in and took care of me. I'm really sorry about what happened back in the Great Mine. Mr. Svarog doesn't trust any humans besides me, especially everyone from Wildfire. Mr. Svarog doesn't want to hurt people, but he always follows the calculations of his analysis. He thinks that interaction with humans is inefficient. Wildfire wants everyone to leave the underground, but Mr. Svarog wants everyone to stay here. According to his calculations, the overground is already unsafe. Yes, Mr. Svarog is very stubborn. He says that his responsibility is preservation. To do that, he must make decisions that best protect humanity. I know that Wildfire wants to talk to Mr. Svarog, but no matter how many times you talk to him, Mr. Svarog won't change his mind. So please trust me. I'll try to persuade Mr. Svarog. Hopefully one day he'll finally listen.
Clara, what are you doing here?
You're Miss Sela from Wildfire. I came here to...
Why are you helping the Vagrants look for medicine? If they're so great, how could they make a little girl go around running errands for them?
No, it's not like that. I wasn't made to do anything. It's just that the living conditions for the Vagrants aren't great. There's not even a clinic in their camp, so I wanted to help them out. Also, not all of them are bad people. Everyone just wants to survive. Miss Seela, did this medicine belong to Miss Natasha? Then, can you give me some? The vagrant's injuries are quite serious.
I see. Let's split these painkillers then.
Really? We don't need to ask Miss Natasha first?
If I know Nat, she won't mind. Although, this will make it more difficult for us. She'll understand. She always does.
Great! Thank you, Miss Seela.
Are you leaving? This old town is too dangerous. We'll accompany you part of the way.
It's fine. I have Perkins for company. And I have some more things I need to look for here first.
Understood. Be careful, though.
Metal plates and bandages, rubbing alcohol, painkillers. Great, that's everything. Let's go report to Natasha in Boulder Town. It won't take long to get back.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Nat, we're back.
That's our Zila. Nothing if not punctual. So, did you find any usable supplies? Oh, let me see. Metal plates, gauze bandages, painkillers, rubbing alcohol. Perfect. That's everything I needed. Huh. It's just, there are less painkillers than I'd expected. Did someone break into the storage room? Clara? Huh. If she was there too, then I understand. She wants to look after the injured vagrants, right? Clara's always been a kind-hearted girl. I think you made the right decision. Still, it means I'm going to have to draw up a detailed dosage plan.
Hey, don't worry. I'll help you.
No need. I'll handle the clinic. I assume you three have more important things to be getting on with, right? Oleg will be waiting, not to mention your two companions.
So you guys aren't that close after all? I thought you were sworn friends.
You're adorable, Branya. She was obviously joking.
I bet old Oleg wants to talk about Svarog. We should get going. Sorry, Nat. We'll have to leave the wounded to you.
Oh, no worries. I hope things go smoothly.
Hey, they're finally back! That's nothing. The unannounced disappearance record holder is right here.
And that's something to be proud of?
It's good to have everyone back together. Let me get straight to it. Regarding the Stellaron and your predicament in the overworld, your friends have gone over both with me again. The last time I saw Kokolia, she was an impressive young lady. I never thought that after becoming the Guardian. All I can say is that I sympathize with your situation. Rest easy. Wildfire won't go behind your back on this. Your plan sounds a bit like the ravings of a drunken miner, but at least you're offering a road forwards. We Underworlders haven't had a road to anywhere for a long time now, and you can see how things have become. I'm willing to give you guys a shot.
Don't worry, Mr. Oleg. We'll make sure you don't regret it.
Ravings of a drunken miner is a little harsh.
Maybe it is. But I think we need to set our sights on something a bit more realistic. You guys want to know the whereabouts of the Stellaron. Wildfire wants to remove the restrictions on the underworld. In other words, Svarog is the target of both our efforts. If we can't deal with the boss, we can't deal with anything.
Diplomacy before violence. We should try peaceful communication first.
Both your approaches have merit. We would always rather avoid losses and settle matters through peaceful means. But if the situation changes, we must be prepared for armed conflict at a moment's notice. Wildfire has tried many times to make contact with Svarog, without success. He has no intention of engaging with us. At our current strength, it would be incredibly dangerous to use force. Svarog's robots don't fear sacrifice, and I don't want to risk underworld lives. But things have changed. Your arrival constitutes an external variable for Svarog. I may not have the full picture, but perhaps you guys have an opportunity to sway him.
That would be best.
Our scheme is coming along nicely, but I fear that Svarog just isn't the swaying type. You'll understand when you get to his territory. Things never run smoothly down here. What about you, Miss Silvermane? You're the only one here that isn't compelled to do or die with Svarog. I'd like to hear your plan.
Oh, the underworld is still a part of Belobog. If Svarog's existence constitutes a threat to the people here, I will of course stand with you.
Excellent. An enlightened answer, young lady, and spoken like a true successor to the guardianship. Seeing as we're all on the same side, there's no reason to delay. Let's go. I've arranged for a guide to take you to Svarog. Wildfire's relationship with Svarog has been hostile for a long time now. Accompanying you would only lead to misunderstandings. We'll be nearby, awaiting orders. If things go south, we'll be there in no time. Zila, perhaps you can take our outsider friends the rest of the way.
I'm on it, boss. Hook? You.
This I really wasn't expecting.
So, the moles are a part of Wildfire.
Ah, that's right. It's me, Pitch Dark Hook the Great. What do you want?
Kiddo, I think there's been a misunderstanding. I will be your guide, friends, by order of Chief Oleg. I gotta say I'm a little upset at the thought of you choosing a toddler over your old buddy Sampo.
All right, don't get started. But I want to ask you something. Everyone in Wildfire knows the location of Svarog's lair. Why do we need you as a guide?
My specialty's in the field, perhaps. Wildfire may know where the base is, but have they ever been inside?
You've been inside?
No, but I felt my way around the outside and picked up more than a few clues. I can help you. You have my word. Hey, what are you trying to say? Name me someone above or below ground that walks the dock like Sempo Koski. My legacy will prove that Sempo Koski was nothing but a willing and devoted servant of...
Oh, enough. Jeez, we believe you, okay? Show us the way already.
Great! Stay close.
Sampo, are we there yet?
Do you have to ask every other minute, Missy? 2 more steps, just 2 more steps, and you're there.
This is Svarog's lair? I thought it'd be cold and lifeless. Turns out it's pretty busy.
Many vagrants are staying here temporarily. Their homes were overrun by monsters.
Isn't it dangerous for them to make camp right under Svarog's metal nose?
No. Svarog may be ruthless, but he never attacks without reason. For those with no home, this is actually a safe place to be. If I hadn't moved away when I did, I'd probably be where they are right now.
What a heavy gate. Okay, watch this! Open sesame!
Is that a secret code or something?
It's an imaginary password that children like to use. And I don't think it's going to be of much use.
I was just about to get into those before Miss March's colorful attempt. Luckily for us, I've already figured out the mechanism for this gate.
They don't just let any Joe Schmo in and out of Boss Svarog's territory. I mean, if you want to see the big cheese himself,
you need certification.
Certification?
Correct. Only prospectors with the right certification can get in or out. These prospectors collect mechanical remnants from all over the underground and then bring them to Svarog for him to repair.
Honestly, it's a very profitable little venture. If only I'd beaten him to it. They'd be calling me Sampo Bosky by now.
Time out. Where do we get this certification?
Oh, that's simple. You see the robots over by the vagrants?
They're all Svarog scouts. Every one of them is commanded to maintain order here. Apart from them keeping a watchful eye on these hooligans, another one of their duties is processing. Anyone who wants to become a prospector has to pass a test from these walking stoplights first. Not a clue. I never had the urge to go on a Svarog suicide mission before. You guys are the ones that want in. Why not go and ask the robots?
It feels like the people here are all under the supervision of robots. This would be unthinkable on the surface. Robots are merely tools in the overworld.
This has to be one of them, right?
It looks so lame.
Is it even awake in there? Maybe it's broken down. That scared me.
Protocol. Initiating. Scanning. Verifying. Certification failure. Subject has yet to obtain access permissions. Launching processing.
Huh? Are we starting now?
Launching stage 1 processing. Please listen to the following question. Who is the reigning champion of the Internal Combustion Engine Wrap Tournament?
Infernal construction what now? How would we know anything about that?
Sampo, do you know the answer?
Sampo Koski always knows that... Wait, what did it say again?
Aren't you supposed to be dependable?
Well, I don't know everything. Sometimes you gotta ask around if you want to know the answer. Don't panic. Let's listen in to what the vagrants are talking about. We might just hit the jackpot.
Please answer the following question. Who is the reigning champion of the Internal Combustion Engine Wrap Tournament? Incorrect answer. Reassessing. Subject threat index. High. Initializing combat module. Threat elimination activated.
Combat module? This thing's faulty, right?
Wishful thinking. It's about to attack.
To the clouds! Let's rock!
Time to twirl!
Just a scratch. Gale force!
Rules are made to be broken.
Phew, that was scary. It just suddenly attacked.
This button says System Reset. Let's give it a try.
System reset. Successful. Certification sequence. Online. Please extend your right hand.
My right hand? Here you go. Why is this part of the... hey, ow, ow, ow! So this is the certification mark?
Great. Only 2 more steps to go. Let's move.
Protocol. Initiating. Scanning. I'm so sick of repeating this.
Huh? What did this bucket of bolts just say?
Seems like this one's got a temper.
Let's get this over with. Did you get your first certification? If not, then you're wasting your—
You mean this? Here, look.
Yeah, whatever. Here comes your question. Listen up. Riddle me this. A microcrystalline unit should be connected to which component? Wrong. Congratulations. Simple question. Terrible answer. It's back to school for you.
Can I smash this can opener already?
Ha! You wanna go? You caught me in a bad mood. Let's do this.
If we turn you into scrap metal, we still get our certification, right? Suits me!
To the clouds! Keep up! My tempo!
Time to twirl! I won't break.
Gale force!
Time to twirl! Maybe you can keep it down?
Wait, have mercy. I'm sorry. One certification coming right up.
Now we're talking.
Okay, please extend your right hand.
Huh? Me again? It hurts, you know. Ow.
There you are. Only one more to go. Now, please leave me in peace.
Looks good.
Whatever the case, we'll need it to identify our certifications.
There's something wrong with this one.
Protocol. Initialization failure. Attempting system restoration.
Not encouraging.
System restoration failure. Core module damaged. External threat detected. Threat elimination activated. Initializing combat module.
Finally, no more racking our brains. This rust bucket's about to meet its maker.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
Stay the course.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all!
learned how to behave now?
Let me try and reset its system.
Certification system online. Please extend your right hand.
Why is it always me? How come it hurt even more than the other two? At least that's the final step. We can get in now, right? Svarog's certification system is no match for us.
This better work. Let's get back to the gate and give it a go.
See? Not so bad having Sampo on the team after all, huh? Right? Chief Oleg knew all along that I...
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'll commend you to the chief. No need to waste your time.
All right. Well, let me issue a warning now. Everything from here on out is uncharted territory. We must proceed with the utmost caution.
Now to set the record straight with Svarog. Let's...
Ooh, did anyone hear what I just said?
A gate?
It looks like this gate has a more complicated structure than the last one.
Sampo, what is this? Huh? Sampo? Oh, where is he?
Oh, where did he run off to? He was just here a second ago.
This isn't the first time.
It's that same type of robot again. Ugh, please don't tell me there's another round of processing.
Visitors for Svarog detected. Protocol initiating. Scanning. Verifying.
Oh, good plan. Treat the robots like guard dogs. How is that gonna improve our chances?
Certification failure. Subject has yet to obtain access permissions. Request rejected. Visitors must acquire access permissions from Ms. Clara.
Clara? Oh, the girl we saw in the Great Mine? We need to get permissions from her? What's she got to do with this? Family. Huh, weird.
Don't trouble yourself about it. We need to find her. I don't know if this will work, but it's worth a try. Where is Clara right now?
Obtaining audio data. Please wait.
The energy core's bearing component is broken. If we don't repair it soon, the settlement will be pitch black. Timmy, I'm going back to Rivet Town. Maybe I can recover some usable components. You need to guard the gate while I'm gone.
Recording recovery complete. Resuming execution of Clara's commands.
She went back? But we were just there. Sounds like we better head over again.
Wait, you guys went sightseeing in another town?
It wasn't as fun as you think.
Indeed. And that little girl heading into the Fragmentum all by herself. It doesn't bear thinking about. Her strength belies her appearance, but even so...
You don't look so tough yourself. Well, let's find her. Svarog's not going anywhere.
This is a big town. Where should we start?
Clara said she was going to find components, right? Let's start with Nat's storage room.
Isn't this the robot that was following Clara around?
These can openers all look the same. How can you tell them apart?
Shh. It's about to say something. Listen.
Initializing self-repair module. Initialization failure. Clara in danger. Must protect.
In danger? What do you mean?
Workshop target must be eliminated.
Wait, does it mean that a monster appeared over at the workshop? Clara, she...
Not good. She's in danger. Quick, let's head over to the workshop and check it out. I know the way. Just as we feared, there's something big over there. And there's Clara! We have to save her!
Let's go. No need to fear. We have the numerical advantage.
The wind is rising. Cloud kites, formation! Bolts from the bow! I can take it. Brave the wind! Gale force!
Turn up the volume!
This is it!
Keep up! My tempo!
Fight it or rock with it. My music.
Conquer us all!
Let's go.
Batter up!
Rules are made to be broken.
Time to twirl!
Stay the course.
Turn up the volume!
Let's make it quick.
Oh, Horky, maybe you can keep it down? Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
Shame of it. The show must go on.
Let's go.
Take this!
What are you looking at?
Are you okay, Clara? Are you hurt?
Thanks, everyone. I'm fine. Just a few scratches.
You shouldn't be running around by yourself. It's too dangerous. What are you looking for here?
There's a fault with one of the energy supply units at the base. If I don't repair it soon, everyone at the settlement will be affected. I knew there was a workshop in this town, so I wanted to try my luck here. I found all the components I need, but then I ran into a monster. You guys saved me. I'll tell Mr. Svarog about it. Huh? what do you need to see him for? I can pass him a message.
No, this time we need to set things straight with him face to face. Can you take us to meet him?
But Mr. Svarog doesn't like talking to others, especially Wildfire.
Don't I know it? But he's evaded communication with us for too long. This time, we have to see him.
I know you're working hard for the people down here, but Mr. Svarog doesn't trust human emotions. He only trusts his calculation results. So, I can't take you to see him. If Mr. Svarog and you had a fight, someone would get hurt for sure. Maybe even bystanders.
Listen, kid, you...
Clara, you said it yourself before, right? Svarog's duty is to protect the underworld and preserve the civilization here. We have the same wish. Why would he refuse to cooperate with us?
I know Mr. Svarog. He isn't affected by other people's wishes. He only follows logical judgments. Terrible things are happening on this world. Mr. Svarog thinks that the overworld will end soon.
What?
According to his calculation results, the strength of the Underworlders won't be enough to prevent the disaster. His plan is to keep the Underworlders away from the source of the disaster so they can survive for longer.
Isn't that just putting us in a cage? It's ridiculous. What difference does it make if our death gets postponed a couple of days? How is that better than putting up a fight?
I'm always trying to convince Mr. Svarog. Please give me more time. If you don't mind, I still have important things to do. I'll go back now.
Clara!
It's no use, Zila. She's made up her mind. I could tell from her expression. You will have to think of another way.
That's no ordinary kid. So young and yet so... stubborn? No, intelligent?
She's incisive and determined. In sharp contrast to you, March.
Did you really have to add that last part?
It looks like we'll have to get past Clara if we want to speak to Svarog.
Then good luck persuading that mass of metal.
Clara mentioned Svarog's calculation results many times. The strength of the Underworlders won't be enough to prevent the disaster. Those were her exact words. For me, that's our starting point.
So, you think Svarog's logic has a hole in it?
No. His calculation is correct. At its current strength, it is highly unlikely that Wildfire would be able to resolve the problems stemming from the Stellaron. However, that calculation didn't take the present situation into account. There's a new variable yet to be added to the equation. Precisely. If we can make Svarog believe in us, we can almost certainly overturn the result of his calculation, and we'll be one step closer to peace talks.
But how can we get him to do that? Showing him some of our photos wouldn't cut it, right?
There's always a way. But first, we have to convince Clara. I assume she must be on her way back to the robot settlement. Let's catch up with her.
Well, now that we're done with that whole situation in the underworld, we can finally look for the Stellaron. thinking about it, I feel a bit bad about Clara. We promised her that our talks with Svarog would go peacefully.
You tried your best. Don't blame yourself. I should have considered such a situation in advance. And it was Svarog who attacked first. We didn't have any other choice.
I didn't mean for you guys to start beating yourselves up over it. Look on the bright side. Things turned out all right, didn't they? Now everyone knows that the real problem here is the Stellaron, and they're willing to help us out. All in all, the mission is going super smoothly.
But we still have a lot left to figure out. For instance... Exactly. There must be a reason for this sudden change in her attitude. And we still don't have the coordinates and location of the Stellaron. We still haven't put all of the pieces together. Dreams?
Oh, I remember you mentioned something about strange dreams before.
All three dreams were the same, with Cocolia and that other voice.
It would be weird to call it a coincidence.
I'm wondering if these dreams aren't just random, if there's some meaning behind them. Maybe you're having them because...
Because of the Stellaron inside her?
That's my hunch, but I have no proof.
Well, then that's as good as nothing for now. So, what should we do when we get back above ground? After all this talk, we're still back at square one.
We solve a puzzle one piece at a time. Let's get some rest. We'll talk to Wildfire tomorrow and get to the bottom of this. Also, there's still one more key character we haven't talked to yet. Her connection to Cocolia may be the key to cracking this mystery.
You're back! I've heard from Wildfire that you helped resolve that whole situation with Svarog. Amazing. It must have been exhausting. Please have some food and get a good night's rest.
Over there. See that? That used to be the worst street in Rivet Town, and it's also where I grew up. My friends and I used to wander those streets, thinking about where to find our next meal. That is, until Chief Oleg got me out and took me to the orphanage. There, I learned to read and write from Natasha. At the age of 10, I started to patrol the mines with Oleg, occasionally getting into fights with the local thugs.
That sounds nice.
Nice? You being sarcastic with me?
Oh, no, sorry. Life in the underworld is difficult. I shouldn't be speaking about it so lightly.
You're always so serious. It really gets on people's nerves sometimes, you know?
Right. What I meant was... I kind of envy you, Zila. For as long as I can remember, my days have been an endless cycle of studying, etiquette lessons, and training. Every day, all I hear is, "Remember who you are, Bronya. This is against the Architect's admonishments, Bronya. Ladies shouldn't use such foul language, Bronya." Some may envy this kind of life, but I have felt trapped. When every choice and every goal has already been made for you. You probably can't imagine how that feels.
No, I can't. But more importantly, what kind of foul language were you using?
In the name of the Architects, I shall stick this spear into your nostril.
That's it? Oh, that's nothing. Looks like I'll have to teach you some underworld slang before you go back.
No, that won't be necessary.
It'll be better than poking people's nostrils, at least. I never thought that I'd be here having a heart-to-heart with the future Guardian. As a kid, I didn't meet many people who lived in the overworld. I only heard stories from the grown-ups and figured you were all just a bunch of cold snobs.
I've heard from some Silvermane veterans that before the orders were made to seal off the underworld from the overworld, there was no difference between the two places. Everybody ate the same food, chatted about the same topics, celebrated the same festivals. Even though times are different now, things like the joys and sorrows of life, the ties between people, these precious things must certainly still connect us all. If there is a way to bridge the gap between the two worlds, we can definitely go back to the time when you and I were not divided, when we could stand side by side against the Eternal Freeze and the Fragmentum.
I'm not like you. I don't have that many grand plans for the future. But if that's the future you want, I'm willing to build this bridge with you.
Thank you, Zila. Your trust is very important to me.
Speaking of which, what are you going to do next? What Svarog revealed must have made quite an impact, huh?
Yes. I thought I was prepared for anything, but... as long as I am the Guardian's successor, those truths will come out sooner or later. But why does my mother hide it from me? And why does she want me to hunt down the outsiders who know about the nature of the Stellaron? It doesn't make sense. I thought it over. There's only one thing I can do. Go ask her directly.
Hold on. You're not really going, are you? Alone? You can't. This plan is...
I've already thought it through, Zila. I am Madame Cocolia's daughter. That will never change. Be it my duties as her heir or as a Silvermane guard, I must face my problems head-on. Even if...
Bronya.
This is for you, Zila. Please help me pass it on to the outsiders. If I am unable to see you again, they'll know what to do.
Okay, I understand. You've made up your mind, and there's nothing I can say that will change it. But remember this. If you run into trouble, I will come to save you, no matter what.
Then I'll be waiting for you. So, did you come to this spot when you were a child?
Of course. I just didn't appreciate how nice it was at the time. Very nice.
That was a good sleep. I should go meet up with March and Dan Hung.
Perfect.
Took you long enough, sleepyhead. We've been waiting all day. I've noticed that our sleep routines don't match up. You either keep getting up in the middle of the night or snoozing away until the day's almost out. Unacceptable. You gotta work on your teamwork.
Did you have a dream again last night?
Huh, that's weird. I bet the conductor won, right?
Well then, let's go find Wildfire to discuss her next move and see if they have any new discoveries.
Let's go! I can't wait to finally get back above ground!
Oh, look who's here.
It's the Bane of Svarog, the big hero of the underworld. And the other big heroes, Dan Hung and March 7th.
Were those lines rehearsed?
Where's Natasha? Is she here?
She has a bunch of other things to attend to, so I hope you don't mind talking to this old man instead. I speak on behalf of Natasha. By the way, sorry for keeping that whole thing about her being the actual leader of Wildfire a secret. I'm glad you don't mind. Natasha is always cautious, but she has no ill intent, as you surely have noticed. She told me to make sure you return to the overworld safely. I gave it some thought, and I think the safest way is to ask this fella for help.
I brought you down. I can take you back up, free of charge. Satisfaction guaranteed.
There's no need to knock us out this time, right?
Of course not. This time, we'll go back through the furnace core. that would be problematic and dangerous. Trust me, we should go through the furnace core.
Ugh, enough chatter. Just be a good guide.
Hold on. What about Bronya? Why isn't she here?
She already went back. As you know, she has some things to settle with the Supreme Guardian.
What? She just ditched us and went back? How could you let her?
Exactly. She has a lot of responsibilities. I don't completely understand, but I trust that she's trying to solve the problem. Oh, right. Bronya told me to give you this.
She left us a letter. Could this be one of those open in case of emergency letters? I've never gotten one of those before. Should we wait until we run into something dangerous?
Stop overthinking and just open it.
Brother and sister Landau. I know the brother must refer to Gepard, but who could the sister be? Oh, Serval! So she's Gepard's older sister.
She gave it some good thought. But whatever's going on in that Supreme Guardian's head, even Bronya might have trouble understanding. Sampo, do you know the Landau siblings?
Landau? Yeah, we're old friends. I've mostly dealt with the younger brother in the past, but the sister? She's much scarier. Today's supposed to be a day of celebration, so let's not talk about it right now. We can set out at any time. Just come find me when you're ready.